so I called my John Deere dealership last night. I did not expect them to pick up. I didn't realize they have like a after hours line. So I was like jump scared when someone picked up. But apparently I was just planning on leaving a voicemail so that I'd be on the list in the morning. But hopefully we'll have someone out this morning to look at it. Hopefully we don't need any like weird parts and we can get things going. The dryer should have drained out into the big bin overnight, so I'm gonna go make sure it dried out and shut the leg off. Had issues with it unloading before, and normally that just breaks the shear pin, and the shear pin broke, so we stuck a new one on, and that one broke immediately. And then we stuck a screwdriver in the hole it was supposed to be in and tried to run it, and it was not good. Belt started smoking, so it was getting dark. JD said it was, a little bit more than he'd be able to handle on his own. My dad just got here. I'm gonna need to buy pull-ups, then I'm gonna get a tarp. So in case we need to unload grain all over the place, we have a tarp for it. Oh, I really wanted to do today now. I'm glad I did that. Okay, we have tarps. This is an old semi-tarp that we cut in half. This will save a decent amount of corn if we need to dump it. Okay, so while I'm waiting on a mechanic to get here, I'm going to run and get shear bolts at the John Deere store because he doesn't have any with him. I feel like it could also just stay at the Deere store and then get parts as needed because we don't really know what we're gonna get into yet, but we already know that we're gonna need shear bolts because we're out of them, so. Okay, this could be day 9 of harvest if we get this thing fixed. Currently, we have this much corn on the combine and the auger will not unload. And the mechanic has arrived. Hydraulic oil level, gear case oil. That's good. Okay, our mechanic Joel is here now. He just unloosened this. We're gonna see if we can get it to run.
Oh boy. It's empty. Yeah, it's got corn in it.
And so you're just looking in at this where they connect.
Yeah. Now the augers come together. Yeah, well, that'd be because of the splines, right? Yeah. Yeah, nice.
Let's see behind there.
Hey, I was wondering if you had vertical. Sounds like it is.
Hey, Dad. How happy are you to be retired right now?
Taking all the fun out of it, isn't it?
Saved it. I was going to try to weld it back together for a spare, and then I think we just said.
Okay. We've got this one closed, this one closed. Can't find my bolt. This one. I would really hate to spill some corn.
So I'm going to pull the horizontals right now.
Okay, now I can see in here better. So. Okay, so we're gonna take this auger out the end.
Now, when we were theorizing on what would be broken on the combine, we assumed with our luck it would be the vertical unload auger splines would be bad, but it's just the inner horizontal auger. So gotta dig that boy out. Also, another thing I know people want to know, how many hours do we have on this combine? This is an S660 with 1,600 hours on it.
This looks pretty decent to you, right?
Yep.
Okay, I should have lined JD up a little bit better with the tarp, but tarp got most of it.
Oh yeah, that was putting work.
Okay, so there are two places that we can get augers from, and the cheaper place does not have any, naturally. So we're gonna have to get the deer auger.
Just a little note from the editor. I feel like the compilation of all these things makes it look like we're like pretty bad farmers at the moment. I swear, we work hard to maintain our equipment and keep things nice, but it doesn't look like that in this video.
stop and then we see if it runs. Okay, it is 3:10. They are just getting that little, I think you call it the shoe thing right on the end, the little black part, spout. I don't know. I'm gonna stick that back on. I'm gonna move the grain cart so they can try dumping in here, and let's just hope this works. Okay, it's time for the moment of truth.
Okay, we should have gone about trying to do the corn cleanup in a different way. We had a neighbor who had generously offered using his dump trailer. We should have done that. But we were like, no, we'll handle this ourselves. Some people had suggested using a greenback. Yes, that would be iconic and amazing. We don't have one. Also, people said an auger. We don't have a portable auger. A couple of people said just drive it back to the shop. It's fine to drive a fully loaded combine down the road. Interesting. I didn't think that was true. But even if we could do that, we couldn't dump it over our pit anyway because combine is too tall to fit in there. But this method, I mean, we got, I'd say 75% of the corn, just lots, fell through the bottom. But yeah, all the shoveling, it was kind of brutal.
Load number 3. Load 4. Load 5. I'm getting tired. I think this is load 6. Whew. Load 7. Load 8 or 9. I don't know. Colin's here. Then we got one more scooper. Shouldn't have put the tarp down. Should have just left it on the ground and scooped it up with the backhoe directly. Oh. Okay, taking the backhoe home. They're running out. Well, when it's all said and done, we lost just a little bit less than a full day's worth of time between when we had to stop last night and when we got started going today. But I'm glad we're running again. Looks like rain starting tomorrow at 6 p.m. So gonna work today, work till tomorrow till it rains. Hopefully no other issues. Man, I am tired. I could use a glass of water. Okay, and we are on to the next field. Should have been here yesterday, but that's okay. I need to let that go. Another load going back to the shop, run through the dryer. We have George on the combine, Colin on the cart. I'm trucking, eating my dinner. This looks horrible. What the heck? Eating my dinner, and JD's at the bin. So this is just fajitas. I don't know why this got so dark. It was frozen. Maybe that just, I don't know. I think it's just extra like watery, and it tastes fine. Not great, but fine. About 8 p.m. now. We did get a later start today, so I don't know if George will be willing to work a little bit later, but I might switch out with him for a bit. I don't want to work super late because Colin has school tomorrow. We had a long day fixing everything, but we do have rain on the way tomorrow, so as long as we can get enough corn to dry overnight and then get started early tomorrow and keep things rolling before the rain, I'll be happy. It is 9, just talked to George. He said he can work till 10, no problem. So we're planning on working till 10. I'm happy with that. It is 10 p.m. I am going to open up the short rounds in this field, kind of poke around, take my time since it's just gonna be me and JD. Get it opened up so that tomorrow when we have full crew, we can be efficient. Okay, holy raccoon damage. Hope there isn't too much more of that. Okay, and we also have some drowned out areas. Back into some better looking corn, but I do fear for how much the drowned out areas and the raccoon ravaged areas are gonna pull down the full yield of this 80 acres. This is going well. This is not going well. It's 11, we are calling it a night. Just about to shut things down, and then you see your neighbor running right there. Maybe we ought to keep going. It is 11:57 and walking inside now. Tanner said there is pizza in the microwave.